Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads, and welcome back to a kind of starting back in of Misadventures Continued. And we actually have two players now. So we've got Adonijah, who's still playing Kaisar, and we've got Illyanna, who is going to be playing Habiki, the magical black cat. So that's my son and daughter, respectively. Before we dive into the game, we first have to do our normal thing with announcements. Always less than 5 minutes. You can time me. Here we go. So this, as far as announcements for this one, we're actually on our collaboration trip right now. And we're recording this during that period. So, Lord willing, it'll all come out good. I'm going to balance the audio and everything. Should be fine. And that's good. I'm having, as far as other announcements, I'm having a little hiccup with getting the website ready for y'all as quickly as I wanted to. I wanted to have it done by 1st of June, mid-June. I'm not sure if that'll be the case. I'll have to recontact my web developers for that. But Lord willing, this will come out and this particular announcement will be outdated and we'll have everything running. But just remember, you can support us on Patreon, Subscribestar. I might be looking into locals, and also on PayPal once we get that direct PayPal button set up on the webpage. So, Lord willing, that'll work out. I think those are the main announcements that we do here. As you'll see when you guys get to see the release of the collaborative content that we did, that it is I'll do other announcements over there on the ATH or on the Hearth. But that is that for now. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So I'm going to paint the scene for everybody. It's been a while since we've been here, so to recap, the Kaisar and Shield and an NPC he had found named that he calls Shield Boy, because it's a shield-bearing character, and that's basically what he has, is a big shield and a spear. Had been going through this fortress that was floating in this not quite a void. There were things in it, but it were far away, and it was floating islands and stone and rocks and floating portals, floating stone ring portals there also. And they had been making their way and rescuing townspeople that had gone into that portal and somehow and been trapped. So now we were picking up after they've completed that mission. So to give some idea of how that climax happened and then the story progressed, Shield Boy and Kaisar made their way through this tower, this floating destroyed tower, and encountered various different types of things. There was old architecture, and there were things that we would recognize as modern appliances and equipment, and all mixed in with different time periods in this tower. And they made their way up and up and up until they reached a place where they found Moon, Adonijah's previous character, fighting against the main bad guy of the tower, and they were in this battle. And so Kaisar and Shield Boy helped Moon defeat the big bad guy.
Also, Moon turned into a big night-owl fox singing a bopper.
Moon does have, so lore-wise, Moon is his past character was the son and would be the eventual guardian of the kind of Fey forest that's off to the to the west of the southern colony. So he has awoken to his forest guardian form. So that is that, and that's good for him, because he gets to see that his character has not gone by the wayside. It has become an NPC for now, but if we ever build him out, you guys will probably get to see him, or at least experience him.
And he gets to play him.
Maybe. It just depends on what game we do. So that all happens, and they are able to defeat this kind of weird magical scientist, this weird magical mad scientist. and they made it back through and down and out and saved the majority of the town.
What happened to the rest of them?
You don't know.
Maybe they were used in experiments.
Maybe.
Or maybe they were dissected and then their organs went to cockroaches.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we've got, to start off now, we're going to begin where we have come back, and it's been maybe a week or two, or at least a couple days. We'll say it's been at least 4 days, and it's the end of the week, that the end of the 7-day period coming up. And there's been this, when people first got back, everybody was still really shaken up and scared about these ruins beneath the town, what it meant, and all of that. Messengers were sent up to... Let me pull the map up for you guys. So when you guys got back to Crosstown, first thing you found was that following Kaisar and Shieldboy around now is this black cat that wears a witch's hat, or a wide brim conical hat, that is following y'all around and has been kind of just keeping tabs on you and going around and keeping up with you, and basically has inserted itself, as cats do, into your little group. And it has been doing mainly cat things, but you can tell that it's magical. And would you say that she's already spoken to them and stuff and talked to them? Or do they know she can speak yet?
No.
So she's just been doing cat things.
Oh, so you're gonna make her speak when... And she always gonna be like, whoa!
No, I'm just a normal cat with a witch's hat that comes and walks in, and then it's just like, oh, we can't leave her out here. And this tags on. It's like cats tag on. They want to go away eventually.
Mm.
And then we get you high on catnip.
Mm. All right.
Imagine we do though.
So this cat has been kind of tagging along and around with Shieldboy and Kaisar, and the few days that have gone by, just the very few days that have gone by, has kind of solidified the town's desire to, one, have those lower portions explored and kind of kept under control now that they know they're there. But also, there's been messengers sent to High Hill Castle in the town of High Hill. And that's where that's up in the northeast corner of the area of the southern colony.
But the High Hill isn't higher than the Iron Stronghold.
Not necessarily, no. But it's High Hill for there, right there. So we've got High Hill right there. And High Hill Castle has sent out, and by extension High Hill, the surrounding town, has sent out some messengers back. And they made haste, but it took them a day to get there, of heavy riding to get to Crosstown and figure out what was going on and find out. And as another day goes by, and Kaisar and Moon and Shieldboy are going back and forth on what needs to be done, they decide that they're going to go to High Hill that Moon's going to go to High Hill to give a report on things, and he wants to have Kaisar
Go with him?
and Shieldboy go with him to the town, go with him to High Hill, and they don't have to necessarily meet with anybody or anything, but they do need to go and set up and figure out what he's not the king of the area, he's the lord of the area, the current ruler. I believe his title was Duke at one point. So the Dukes of the area.
Dukes can become kings.
They can.
If they have the majority behind them, I think. In some places, if they have the majority behind them, and they can get in, and they can get to the castle and be there and stuff, I'm pretty sure they can become king.
Maybe. But that's not quite how it works, but yes.
I know. But
The king,
kind of like that.
Duke is like in the line of succession. But this strange things have happened, because if people remember, the whole reason that Kaisar went down looking for the town is because Crosstown, the populace disappeared. There was some kind of thing, and when Kaisar woke up that day, everybody was gone. And so something odd has happened, and we're going
Why didn't he take me?
Well, we'll see. Technically, you weren't in the town, remember? Kaisar was out in the outskirts of Crosstown, in the old farmhouses.
I was staying in the barn. I was staying in
an old dilapidated farmhouse.
No, in the golden wheat place.
Mm-hmm. You were out there, but the place you were staying was not being used at the time. The farm wasn't. So the plan is to have you and Shield Boy travel with Moon up to High Hill, and in doing so, that will give you an opportunity to do things with things in High Hill. So, preparations are being made by Moon. Is there anything that y'all want to do in Crosstown before you go to High Hill?
Is there anything? Do we need any supplies like food, or is he covering that too?
Well, Moon has to go anyway. He's asking for you to come along so that he has someone that he feels he can trust with him while he goes on the road, and then after he finds out what the Duke wants to do in High Hill, what the High Hill Duke wants to do, we will see what goes on. So.
How? Well, do we need any gear? Like, I'd like to see what's in the weapon shop.
What's in the weapon shop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now you have... Let me look at your weapons. Right now, and if you can think of anything your cat would be looking for too.
How about some steel claws?
No.
Steel claws.
No, cats don't care about stuff.
You gotta speak up when we're recording.
No, No, my character doesn't care about that stuff. No, and she doesn't really need food because she can just, hunt mice.
Hunt mice? Why don't you see how many mice you get today? Roll, first, you can roll your agility to go hunting.
Yeah, how about
just
you do
for
that?
fun. So that is just so you can understand your character sheet, because she is new. She's going to use these over here.
Use that one though.
You can use it if you roll it on your deal here. So what you want to do is you roll a d20, which is that one. Yes. And you roll your attribute dice. So you have a 3 in agility. No, that's not you. Here you are. You have a 5 in agility, so you roll 2d6. So you'll need to use that d6, this d6 over here, and this d6. So, all 3 of those dice.
My die fell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15.
A 15.
Ooh, that's what I got
plus
when I got my die.
1.
15 plus 1 plus what? That's a 6.
6.
So, 15 plus 1 plus 6.
10 piece of
What's
my die.
that?
My dwarf die. Thank you.
You gotta do your own math.
21.
21. 15 plus 1 plus 6. Recount.
22.
22. So you do successfully catch some mice, and because you, let me see,
How about
you're
you?
able to find plenty of mice.
Oh yeah, from the rat person.
Apparently you find a big rat and 2 or 3 mice. So you're able to feed yourself there. So that's what you got. As you go to the weapon shop, you see that they're still situating things. It looks like some of the stock had kind of disappeared and isn't there anymore right now because of different people may have come in other than you and found the place, and maybe they woke up at the same time as you and went and found the place
And thought it was a
kinda took
ghost
some.
town and thought that it was free because nobody was there. Like, literally nobody.
Something like that.
And you were like,
So
ooh.
they don't have their
magical
full
items.
stock right now. Most of their best stuff was taken. So
Well, I mean, I want something rather than a
well,
dagger.
You have the saw blade, though, remember?
What's a saw blade?
And
I
all of it
thought was
attacks with
just
agility.
Was it a blade with saw?
It's
like a
like a serrated blade.
Okay, but can I get it worked on to make it better?
That would take a couple days at the blacksmith to do some
many?
upgrades and tweakings. More than you have before you leave. But you're going to High Hill, which is the main.
Yeah, but isn't stuff more expensive there? And I was the one who helped save the place, so wouldn't that mean a discount of some kind? Because I'm poor.
Well, your wealth level is higher now.
What's it at?
3. There's only 10 wealth levels. It's a third of the way. It's pretty good. You could find most of what you need, probably. But the problem here is that Crosstown has been not fully looted or anything, but people that had wandered in that also woke up took stuff. So they just don't have their main stock.
Imagine going into a ghost town where everything's still out there fresh and the store's still how it was, but then there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh pie.
So that's kind of what it is. Now, what you've got going on as far as your shopping goes is that there's not a whole lot for you to get right here. So most of your shopping would probably need to be done in High Hill when you get there. And if we look at the map, we can see that Lord's Farm is not far from High Hill, and the map makes it look a little further from the main road than it is, but it does supply most of the food to High Hill, and then some trading to Crosstown. So, Moon is not sure yet if they'll be stopping in there or not, but they really don't need a resupply. So, and they're not going to be traveling as fast as the messengers did. So it'll take a couple days, maybe 3, to get there.
It should maybe, because he started here and then he went up there, so that should only take like 2.5 days, maybe.
No, this is abstracted out. Crosstown's right here, but this is not directly representative of distances. So this is just a abstracted map. So you've got Crosstown, maybe a stop at Lord's Farm if you need a resupply, but probably not. Probably going straight on to High Hill. What do you got? Is there anything you guys want to do before you start that journey?
Well, is there anything that Moon isn't?
That Moon isn't what?
That Moon isn't getting? Like, he's getting food.
He's taking care of most of the food supplies and stuff like that.
Are we taking one with a thing with a canopy, or are we just taking it without the canopy?
He is going to try and get a wagon, yes.
With a canopy?
With a canopy.
Okay.
So
because those are better for when it's raining, so you don't have to melt, no? And so I don't. Wait, what if Kaiser goes into a puddle of water? Would that make him bigger?
It won't affect him unless he's purposely trying to transform.
If he's in water and then he goes into water.
Okay. So, basically, there's not a lot you want to do before leaving. Is there anything that Kitty wants to do before leaving?
No, I mean, I can't even talk yet. I'm just...
Yes,
you can talk.
I know. Wink, wink.
Uh-huh. So, you've already discussed the character in front of your brother. He knows you can talk. Just his character doesn't know you can talk.
I know.
So, you'll talk when your character is ready to. It's fine. Alright, so we've got time to leave now. So, Moon is saying goodbye at the Golden Grain Inn, and, telling his farewells and that he plans to be back and all that.
Okay, hopefully he doesn't get assassinated.
Not likely. He's still stronger than you guys are on level, so he's pretty good.
I know, but
keeping himself alive.
With the survivor skill?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. But, about to head out. And as you do, the quaint even though it is a very notable trade spot for the southern colony, Crosstown is still one of those places where you see a kind of small town feel, a small communal feel for the group. So as the group starts to leave out, there's several people going with y'all. There's Moon, of course, and then there's you guys, the cat's tagging along.
Cats sitting on somebody's head, or in their lap like usual.
Well, the cats sit...
Or clawing their faces off or their legs.
So we'll say that the cat is sitting in Shield Boy's lap, and Shield Boy is just petting the cat.
And then the cat does...
So you guys set off on your travels. There's about 3 wagons going with y'all. One is containing the messengers that are going back towards High Hill, as well as Moon and y'all in one, and then there were some that were wounded and affected in strange ways by the passing back and forth, some villagers from in the portal. Strange ways. So they're going up to the magic. It's not an academy. It is more of a study and there we go, guild. It's the Mages Guild up in High Hill Castle.
Okay. That's
headquartered in High Hill Castle. But anyway, so you guys head out, and the day is fair when you head out.
Are you gonna do an encounter roll?
We'll see. We're gonna see if y'all find something. Yes, but right now we're going to. I'm going to describe it before we do that roll. So, as you leave, the morning sun is coming up over the east, where you know the sea lies beyond the bit of the horizon.
Which, if I go into, I become a part of this view.
So, it's rising. Golden light seems to touch across the rooftops and the chimneys of the various buildings in the town, with quaint little markings along all of this different stone and signs as you pass by. And the flagpole in the middle of Crosstown, it's high orb up there of most likely burnished brass, but looks golden in the light. It shimmers and kind of winks at you as you leave.
How does it wink?
The light winks, twinkles as you leave. And so you set off.
It's like, thank you for saving my people. The little weird science people came in and stole them.
All right. So now we do need to do that encounter roll. So you both are going to roll. No, you'll use your percentile dice.
If she gets
the
one...
The D10s. Use the D10s.
This one?
Both of them.
These two? Okay. That's 77. It's probably bad.
Addie got a 77. So both of the D10s. So this is a D10 percentile dice, and the other one is a D10 also. Right here. So these two. So roll both of those. And what?
30.
34. So, the first day, there's not a whole lot of stuff that happens. It looks like some clouds have kind of started to roll in from off of the...
Really dark clouds or light gray clouds? Or gray?
Mainly light gray.
So we might
promises that it's making a promise of maybe a misting.
Light rain?
Yeah, maybe a misting, but not a full-on rain.
Spurts. You better make sure you get those, sister. Don't want to lose them.
So you've got that first day. That's her roll. There's a light misting promise, and it does come in the night.
If she rolls high, can she find a giant rat that's half the size of like dog-sized?
No. This that was for something else. So
for the moon campaign, for the moon thing.
Oh, you mean the Rat Lord? Yeah, he was taken care of in the moon campaign.
Yes, but I mean, what if I just mean a big rat. What if she gets a high chance and there's a swarm of big rats and she gets one?
Well, then you might as well place a possum. But anyway, the first day goes well. Moon and the sheriff did not come with Moon. The sheriff did not come with Moon, but he and Moon talked a lot before, and they've made some arrangements that staying in Crosstown is something that Kaisar is perfectly welcome to do now. No one's going to look at him crazy or weird because he basically helped save everybody, him and Shield Boy, along with Moon.
And then I had to explain to them that I can turn into things.
Well,
because I was a walking basket with legs.
Well, they don't need it much explained. They had it demonstrated while you were rescuing them, so yeah. So anyway,
what?
It travels on.
Wait, can I turn
I'm
into
pretty
a
sure
horse and pull a cart?
I mean, you could, but you would be rolling might as a horse to pull and stuff. It's not going to make you any faster if that's what you're saying. Because it's 3 wagons moving at the same pace.
I know, but I mean, if one of the horses gets hurt.
I mean, if one of them gets hurt in an encounter or something, then probably you guys can handle that. But
I'm sure you wouldn't do that.
Well,
right?
We'll have to see. So,
77.
Moon tells you that as that night you've left Crosstown. And you had been staying in Crosstown that period after you got back. When the next morning rolls around, the dark clouds have moved away, and it seems to start off like a wonderful morning. Until there's this thunk. An arrow sinks into the side of the wagon that not you, but the messengers from the town from High Hill had been traveling.
I knew getting a 77 was bad.
And so on the edge of there's a few trees there, but it's mainly grassland. So on the edge of this one particular little tree section, there in the grass area, this mass of bandits seems to start coming out. At least it's assumed that they're bandits. They're all charging in at you guys. So now we need to roll initiative. And we'll have all the bandits go at the same time.
Can I turn into a running gecko and do this at them? Slap them with my hands like, man.
I don't think he's seen one of those. So no.
He hasn't seen a desert running gecko that can run across water?
He's just never been to the desert.
He's never seen a gecko that runs across water?
He's never been down that way.
Can I turn into a basilisk?
You've never seen a basilisk.
I mean a big snake. Aren't basilisks?
You can turn into a big snake. Basilisks actually are creatures. Sometimes they have many legs, or sometimes they're snake-like. Just depends on which iteration you go with.
I thought basilisks
they turn things to stone.
We're just big snakes
with their gaze. So.
Can I try and do something? Like I'm out of sight and he's too busy fighting, but if I think...
How about you go behind everybody?
If I have strong enough illusion, I can illusion the night and people will retreat.
People will what?
Retreat.
How about you illusion...
Well, they're here to raid
a quadrant of...
They're here to raid the whole wagon band, it seems.
See your sins! You see your sins on them.
I can make
She doesn't have that.
I can make it dark and you can turn into
I'll turn into a shadow creature.
Dark and then
I'll
attack them.
Yes, do that.
We'll
tell
see.
them to stay back.
First, we need initiative rolls.
Okay.
Do you even know what you're rolling? Okay, look at your character sheet. Addy is rolling his agility,
which is
with his initiative, so it's a D8, a D20, and a D8.
20.
Habiki who is the magical cat,
Is this a D8
which
or
is
a D10?
Illyanna's character. That is not.
Which is the D8?
The
Is
D8
this a D8?
is the double pyramid.
Oh, okay.
So,
Ooh, that's bad. That's only an 11.
11. Okay. All right, Illy. Habiki is rolling a D20 and 2D6. That's her agility.
Let's flavor in that
So,
I was facing
You
the
can
other
roll
way,
this one and then the.
doing
Where'd it
other
go?
things.
2D6.
Daddy,
So
can
this
I
one
turn,
and then this one twice.
Can I turn into a pebble? And then turn into a
Not
big
pebble.
rock and smash them? I can turn into a rolling rock!
6.
A 6.
Was it 6 or 9?
And crush them!
Where, which one?
Wait!
That one.
It has the dot on the bottom, so it's a 9. So 9 plus 2 of those. So 9 plus 2 plus 6.
I have a question.
9 plus 2 plus 6.
17.
Okay, so
That's 6
17.
better than me. I have a question. Has Kaiser seen a metal ball?
I'm sure he has.
Then can I size that up and turn into a bigger metal ball and smash into
Alright.
people?
Now I need to roll for Shield Boy. Oh, Shield Boy got a 20.
Hey, that
And-
explodes.
Oh, that does explode, doesn't it? 20, 12, so he's at 32 already. Alright, so Shield Boy's at 32, and then he's
Shield
got a
Boy's
D6.
super powerful.
And he got
awesome.
an explode on the 6. Okay. So I don't usually roll this good. So he's at 32. 6 more.
I'm just
That's
glad
going to
it's
be
not
38.
I'm just glad it's not damage against us.
Yeah, let's hope the bandits don't roll this well. 38.
I mean, they're supposed
38
to
plus
just...
5, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So 43. He's going first. I'll roll for the bandits, but I'm pretty sure that he's going first.
Please get below 11.
No, it's 11.
No.
6 that explodes, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 21. So 21 for them. So it goes Shield Boy,
Habiki.
Habiki, the bandits, and then Kaisar. But a battle is happening around you. So this is just your guys' part of the battle. So Moon is fighting up front. He had been riding with the other
With the
messengers. Yeah, the messengers from.
Am I in the
Hydo.
middle or the back? The back
where
would be
do
the
you think-
supplies, wouldn't it?
Where do you think Kaiser would be riding? Would he be riding in the middle or in the back?
Well, where's the supplies?
The supplies are usually either in the middle or in the back, because you have your main lead up front. Your usually supplies in the middle, and then your tail has
I'll be in
the
the
guard.
back, and the supplies be in the middle, if that's fine.
Okay, so you're there.
I'm in the back, and the supplies are in the middle.
hmm
Okay,
So do you think Shield Boy would be with the supplies or with you?
I'm pretty sure he'd just be with me because
Okay. And then Habiki was already said to be
Moon can be in the front.
sitting with him.
Moon can be in the front protecting that.
But
The supplies can be in the middle. We can be in the
disappears.
back. That type of thing.
no, I mean, you don't.
Sister,
You don't know.
You made a good plan.
Yep.
Make everything dark. Make
So-
it dark for them. Put haze over their eyes.
So Habiki goes, not Habiki. Shield Boy goes first, or Shield Bearer goes first. He is probably going to put a. I think what he'll do is he will pick up his spear, and he basically is ready for a fight. So
And he kicks the cat off. He's like,
he gets
Gets
up real
up.
fast. So Habiki kind of falls out of his lap.
and go,
Or something like that. And so Hibiki falls out of his lap real quick. And he hops out and he sees what's going on.
and he realizes
He raises his spear to you and he starts trotting out towards the battlefield.
and
But
then
they're
he
still
realizes
far
he
enough.
stepped on the cat's tail.
No.
And
So he
then the
trots
cat's
out towards the
turning.
battlefield and he has he has a long spear, a short spear with him. But it's still a spear. So what he's going to do is he's going to...
Did he buy a better one? A better,
Well-
stronger spear?
The one he had was just as good as the one they had in the shop there. Now, he is watching for a new spear.
I mean, is it chipped or something? That's wrong?
His?
Yeah, is his...
It's just your average short spear. He'd like to have something with a bit more power behind it.
So heavier?
Not necessarily. He usually doesn't throw his spear, but he tries to throw his spear this time to try and get a shot in, because he can't get right up to them.
Does he have a knife at least? Or does he have a secondary weapon at least?
Well, he's got some might with his fists, so he's physically capable. He could punch, or he could do agility. And stuff like that.
He could push them down with his shield.
His shield does act as a blunt weapon, yeah. He does a lot with his shield. He
could charge and then hop, and then they're here, and then they go down.
Body slam them with the shield.
Yep.
Well, he takes it up, and his black hair blows in the wind, and he watches it for a second as he lets go, and his olive skin shines, and it's almost like the shine follows the spear. And so he tries to take out one of these bandits.
And they hit him smack dead in
so it's just one of these.
Right there in between the eyes.
But he misses quite badly.
Oh.
He misses quite badly. So as he's throwing that, he's thrown himself off balance as he's come out. And so he falls prone right now. So he's on the ground for this round. He can get back up next time, but it's going to take half his movement. But he's tumbled down, and his spear flew off and did not hit where it was aiming.
I have that thing where I can do an action. What was it? I could do actions.
You can shift real fast, if that's what you mean.
No, not that. You said there was a really nice skill, and I got it.
We'll have to look at your sheet in a second.
That, one of your characters is going to have.
Yes, I think I understand what you're saying. So, Habiki, it is your turn. What do you want your witch cat to do?
Put a black...
Your mage kitty.
Black blindness curse on them.
Your mage mancoon. How about that?
Well, yeah. Oh. I'm putting the dark, the shadow spell over there.
Blindness. She's doing a blindness spell.
Are you doing, because it's different, so do you want to invoke the boon of darkness, or do you want to invoke the bane of blindness?
I'm doing the dark shadow darkness.
The darkness? Okay. So you have to get out of the wagon to do that, so you can see them. Or you need to get up into the seat of the wagon, that would work too.
But I'm just innocent compared to him.
So do you want to get up into the seat of the wagon, or do you want to get out of the wagon to kind of get an angle on where you're shooting?
Wait, what if the amalgamation was a villager?
I'm sitting in the front of the wagon.
You have to speak up while we're playing.
I'm sitting in the seat of the wagon.
Okay, so you hop up into the seat of the wagon,
and then you let out a big
you look
meow.
out and you see that there are some a fleet of bandits coming this way. There's some going up towards the front and some coming towards the middle. So the front seems to be well covered. You can see both you and Kaisar can see that Moon is having no trouble with the bandits up front. He hasn't even gone into his alternate. He hasn't even transformed fully
to his normal. To his supposed to be normal one.
Forest Guardian form.
Mm-hmm.
So they're okay up there. You don't have to help them. But this wagon needs defended. So do you want to target some that are coming from this side, or some that are coming from the west side, or from the east side?
Wait, which side's not being... Am I going to the side that Shieldboy's not on?
Right now you're not going anywhere. Shieldboy went west.
So I'll go east this time, okay. Unless he needs help, of course.
So did you want to cast it to do darkness or blindness to the east, where Kaisar's going to go, or to the west, where Shieldboy is? Kaisar?
Well, remember, Shieldboy's on the ground, so they could come up while he's on the ground and hit him.
You also have your ability to do your multiple... You haven't invoked haste yet this battle. So that could be your first round also. So you could put haste on everybody if you want to.
Haste, and then if you put the shadow, they're super fast and they're in the darkness. So you can go.
So, do you want to do the darkness, blindness, or haste on your friends?
Blindness.
Blindness?
Are you
Okay.
sure?
So, Habiki's going to try to put blindness on a bandit on which side? West side or east side? Shield boy side. So that's west side. So there's about 3 coming that way. You're going to cast blindness on. Try to cast your embrace of the shadow upon them to do blindness. So you will roll your influence to do that, which means you're going to roll your d20, and then your influence is a 6. So you need to roll 2 d8. The score you have is a 6, so you roll 2 of these.
What if we do a guinea-themed game instead of a chicken-themed game?
14.
14 plus 2 plus 8. So that explodes. So add that up first. 14 plus 2.
Can she do 2 people if it explodes?
It depends on how far. We might let it do a multi. 24, and then the plus 8.
That's it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Now roll this again, because it exploded. A 6. So 6 more.
That's 30. Oh, sorry.
30.
Alright, so that is over and above his resolve.
So can she do 2?
She can do... I'm going to give you the choice. You can either put blindness on 2 people, or you can make this blindness not be resisted for a minute. A minute is a long time in battle. I'm just throwing that out there. So either one is good.
Which is 10 rounds, maybe? Or 5 rounds?
Each round is 6 seconds. There's
Ooh,
6
that's
seconds.
a long time.
Yeah, there's 6 seconds.
I would do it on one person.
So 6 times what equals how many? A minute is 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's 60 seconds. So do you want it on 2 people or
That would be
on
10 rounds, I think.
10 rounds? That's right. That's why we do our math.
No.
Yes.
No. All you had to...
That's exactly the type of math you were doing yet.
No.
That.
It's not.
Oh, don't use logic to show you how math is useful in real life?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Logic's dumb.
So 2 people or 1 minute on one guy?
Just 10 rounds.
1 minute.
1 minute on one? Okay. So he starts to come in and your kitty cat does the magic. How does she do her magic?
She goes, yay!
No. So explain loudly
Super kitty
how
girl.
she does her magic.
She just calmly wags her tail behind her, but,
So as she wags her tail behind her, do shadow runes appear or something? And
Just
then fly out, or?
For the blindness, it's just dust particles, but if she's like doing illusion magic, then it's like...
Or it could be your
Symbol.
eyes in illusion
Yeah.
magic.
She shapes symbols.
So as she moves her tail, it's almost like soot dust is coming off of it, and it holds in the air, and then that soot dust flies out and hangs around his eyes and head and stuff.
Or it gets into his eyeballs, and then he has to go like...
Well, it's all magical, so his eyes... So as she does that, the shadow magic holds in the air like motes of soot, and then flies out at the completion of the spell. And you can tell that Habiki can tell that she's shaking off the rust of having been... She was kind of imprisoned there on that, where they found her. But now she's shaking off the rust, getting to use her magics. And that
So she was...
there's an extra push this time, of extra force. And it goes... and wraps around. This soot kind of cloud wraps around, and then
it goes into his eyeballs.
actually, his eyes do blacken as it floats around, and now he can't see for, a full minute. So we'll see.
Hopefully he's not. Yeah, he'll probably
So
be dead by
he just
then.
kind of stops in his tracks at that moment. So it's Bandits now, and then Kaisar. So Bandits, one of them has stopped on that side.
Well, how many bandits are there?
There's 3, well now there's 2 on the west side.
Okay.
But
I thought
Kaisar
you were
sees that
talking
there's...
about like 15, 20 or something.
No. So that's like the total band is like 20. So you got several up there at the front, but you can tell Moon's doing fine. In the middle, they want to go there, but they're having to deal with the guards on either end that are keeping them from doing that.
Good thing that I
Yeah. So now they need to go. Those 2 keep coming forward. They are going to reach Shield Boy and try to attack him. So they are going to probably use might. That's most likely what they're going to do. At least these 2. So that would probably, they're not amazing. They're more agile. So let's say that they got that. They get, they didn't roll bad. 21.
That's crazy.
Let's see Shield Boy's guard. Nope, they do not beat Shield Boy's guard. Wait, he's prone. He's prone. So they do beat Shield Boy's guard.
Prone.
But he only takes minimum damage.
Which is 1?
Yeah, so minimum for us
Let's
it's
say
1.
that they hit his armor in a spot where it was metal.
Yeah, so they probably slam down and one of them slams down with his foot onto the shield because Shield Boy likes to hold his shield in front of him. And it smacks into Shield Boy. It does twinges his arm a bit. But that one doesn't do anything to keep him.
Like front on the ground.
Yeah, he can roll over and stuff like that, so that's what flavoring it has. So, Shield Boy does get beat, but only for minimum damage, if I remember right.
What?
I gotta see. Prone is a minus amount. That's what we're gonna roll with right now, minimum damage. So...
Yeah, because
Minimum
Open
1
Legend
damage.
just lets you do that.
Yeah. The next one, on the west side, attacks. He does not hit. So it's a 5 and a 4, so that's a 9. That is actually 10 below. So as he's also trying to stamp down, he twists his ankle some.
Like maybe his Shield Boy's shield is kind of curved, and then maybe there was dew on the ground, and it slips, and he twists his ankle.
Yeah, he tries to slam down on it, but it slides off, like you said, and it twists his ankle some. So he's hobbled to the ground. He loses the rest of his turn. So that's him. He's prone now with Shield Boy. And now we're to the other side. There's 2 more coming from the east.
Is it my turn now?
No, I gotta roll for them. They see you, and they're gonna roll to shoot. Don't know. You haven't shifted yet, but that's okay.
No,
So it's your guard's a 16, so it's not too bad.
Maybe I was sleeping. Like maybe I was taking a nap on the way.
Oh.
And then stuff happened, and then I just woke up now.
One of them misses by 10. So they will say they pull back on their bow, but it's a poor quality bow, so the string just snaps.
And hits their eye, so they're stunned for a bit?
No, they break their agile, their weapon they were using with their agility.
Even better.
So that one, they would have to stop and restring it. That would take a full round. So they're not going to do that. So that one loses that. It does, that bandit does move forward some, but the other one still has to go. So it does, it got a 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26. That's 10 above. So it shoots Kaisar. It's not familiar with what you are, so I'm not sure what it would do.
Maybe it hit my arm or something. Right here or something.
Well, we'll say that it knocks you off the.
How about
it knocks you onto their side of the thing, onto the ground.
How about it shoots and I try and dodge it, but then it kind of does scrape me. It hits me a little, but then I fall off, and then I'm stunned for a little bit.
Well, stunned is worse than just falling prone.
Oh, I mean prone. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I fall down and
you
I have
fall
to get
down
up.
onto your back. That's not a big deal for you because it's your turn next anyway. But they don't know that. That's what we'll go with. So it knocks you off the front. It does do damage.
How about as I'm going down and I hit, I turn into water.
Well, we'll see what you turn
I'm
into.
gonna try and...
Because now it is your turn. You got it. That did hurt. It did.
How much?
By 10. You got 18. So you're at half hit points.
8 health.
Mm.
Thanks to your super rolls that came out of nowhere.
They did. They come out of nowhere because I usually don't roll that well. But
which is better for us, the players.
Uh-huh. But don't worry. You'll be alright. I have faith in y'all. Besides, Habiki's right there on the thing. She can go both. She can shoot both sides. So that is you.
Can I turn into?
It's your turn.
What can I turn into on my list?
We're gonna have to wing it because I don't have it with me right now.
Well, is there a monster sheet or something?
Not right here with me.
Oh, I've seen them. I've seen big rats. I've seen those little dwarf people thingies that were in there. The scientist. I turned to the amalgamation.
You turn into the amalgamation. I don't have that with me, but okay. I think I remember what it can do. So,
as I hit the ground, I hit, and then I move, and it turned into a big monster.
Alright, so as part of your...
The cloak moves around and then turns into a big monster.
Okay, so you, as you are falling to the ground and you hit the ground, Kaisar is a bit surprised, but he immediately twists in his back, and his whole body twists and contorts and then expands out to become this very creepy, especially in the daytime to see. This creepy creature of amalgamated parts
I want the jaw to be
human type of spider things.
I want this jaw to be a little longer though, like this, so I can chomp better. I want the chompy power.
It was the web that had the poison in it, didn't it?
It had a web, but I think it had poison ability. It's resistant to poison. It had some sort of poison web that came out somewhere. I don't know. Hands, mouth, nostrils. Eyeballs.
Anyway, that's what you shift into, which you can totally do that. You don't even have to roll for that. You've gotten up with your move action and then done that. Now, before you do that, because of the situation, I'm going to give you a free intimidate type of roll.
Because it's a scary monster that they've never seen before.
It just literally appeared out of nowhere.
They shot at somebody. They're trying to raid and get some stuff. They shot at somebody, they fall down, and it turns into a giant monster that's coming at them and about to eat them.
Yeah, so that would freak somebody out. So it justifies you rolling a d20 for me.
Big die. 19!
19. All right. Well, that big die seems to like you.
They are thoroughly scared.
Well, the one...
Also, can I please make...
One of them crit failed, so he's not looking. He's...
And then when he looks up, there's a monster charging at him.
Yeah, so he wasn't looking. The other one... But he looks up, and he's like... Phew! And so he's going to have disadvantage. He's going to have that disadvantage if he... tries to attack that
because thing. He's not finished with his bow because he just looked over and there's a monster charging at him. He's like,
yeah. So we'll see next time we'll see on his next turn if he decides to go ahead and attack or flee, having seen
for his life.
Something just transform like that. So
or see something distort into strange angles and ways, and then having a big jaw with weird teeth.
The transformation is very body horror for that type of a transformation. So, yeah. All right, so we're back at the top. That means Shield Boy is on. He is going to stand up. That does not provoke an attack of opportunity, I don't think, in this system. So he's going to stand up. And, as normal, if you guys find that I have done some ruling incorrectly, you can always let me know. But, Shield Boy stands up, and he goes ahead and does a... We will say he's not going to use his agility this time.
Does he?
He's going to go ahead and stand...
Wait, does his
as
shield
he's rolling over, we'll say.
Does his shield have like a pointy end where you stick it in?
No, his shield is all round.
It's just a big round shield?
Yeah, it's like a Spartan shield.
I thought you said it was big.
It is.
Spartan
it's big,
shields
like
are
a
only
Spartan
like...
shield. No, they were about that far. But his is big.
He must be quite the strong child boy.
He is. He's pretty strong.
Maybe
so he's going to try and, as he's getting up, he kind of, flavor-wise, as he's getting up, he slams his shield down to help push him up, and he slams it on the other bad guy.
And then does this he slams it right here, and then, Daddy? So he slams it when he's getting up right here on his neck, and crushes his neck, killing him.
Well, not necessarily. We got to see how much damage he does. So, what is that? 8 and a 5 as he's getting up. So 8 and 5. No, let me see. Their guard would be
like 10, 15. If it doesn't do much.
So he tries to do that. He tries to slam like that, but it misses in his desire to do that. But he still stands up. He's still ready, and he is going to use his...
Maybe the armor deflected it. Maybe he has... Maybe the bandit has some sort
Maybe the bandit has a breastplate that has some,
some sort
neck
of
guard on it or something.
Like this.
Yeah, okay. So
like
it gets deflected.
Armor.
And then he stands up, and he's still ready. He's not prone anymore. So his guard is back up to full. So that is that. You see, now it's Habiki's turn.
What is Habiki going to do?
You got one of them blinded. There's 2 that are there by Shield Boy, and 2 by Kaisar, who just transformed into this weird spider-like creature.
And imagine if it all goes dark around them too. Imagine that.
So, which side do you want to start working on?
So, I think Kaisar can handle himself. I think Shield Boy is the one that really needs help.
Well, Shield Boy's not very good at hitting things necessarily.
He's
but he's
more
great
of a
at
defender.
not getting hit. So
he could
it's up
dodge
to you.
out of the way
He can't
and
dodge
slam it into
forever.
the side of their head. Or something.
So, it's just up to you guys. Or to you, really. It's up to you because it's your character.
Yeah, you're getting used to the group thing over at co-op.
What if I do an illusion that...
Speak loudly where people can hear you.
So,
What if she does an illusion where 2 of them appear? Like it turns into 2.
What if I can do an illusion where it duplicates Shield Boy?
Where it makes it look like there's more than one Shield Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when he gets up,
You can make that illusion, yeah.
And maybe does he have powers?
No, he just has a shield.
Okay.
So you have your ability to make that illusion.
Or shadow clone. Like from Naruto.
Well, she can make that illusion. She can make that illusion, or she could do haste, you can still do blindness or other things. It's still up to you on that one. But so you could go for phantasm, or you could go for the phantasm is what you would do for that, or you can do the haste, or you can do the shadows. You still can attack as a cat, but I don't think you want to get down in the melee.
That's not until they realize I'm not innocent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Well, you just cast a shadow magic spell. I'm
No
pretty
one
sure
saw
they know
that.
you're not.
You're an
No
evil
one saw
cat
that.
witch.
Yes, they did.
You're literally an
I'm
evil
hidden.
cat witch.
I'm hidden.
You're not hidden. You're sitting out on the seat.
I'm not picturing the fight sequence how you're picturing it then.
You said I go sit out on the seat. I go get on the seat so you have a good view.
Sister, the carriages
Yeah,
have
but they
boxes
don't
in
know
the
that
back.
I cast spell.
And then-
My toes behind me. They
Oh,
are busy
I know.
fighting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're showing
So
them your
what are you
booty.
going to do? What are you going to do?
Duplicate spell.
You're going to do a phantasm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, can it
So what
still-
you're doing,
That's still attack?
the
Like
phantasm,
defend.
I don't know if her phantasm can actually attack. I'll look.
Like, what if it's
But
like half of his
we'll see.
stat? What if it's half of his stats, and if it gets destroyed, it still stops them, but it's gone.
Well, the first
And
thing
puff
she
of
needs to
smoke.
do is roll. So she's
Roll
got to roll.
initiative. Here, sister, roll this die.
Why?
It's a good die.
So you're going to roll a d20 and your influence, which is 2d8. So that's the double pyramid. Yeah, 2 of those. A 4 and a 3.
That's horrible.
Well, maybe you'll explode on this. So 4 and 3 is 7. So see if that gets bigger.
Nope, it's
3.
3.
4, 3, and 3 is how much? Well, 7 plus 3 is...
That's only.
That is him.
7 plus 3?
Can I please have my die now?
So that actually does meet their defense. Because
What?
they're not very... They don't have a high resolve.
Yeah,
They don't have any will.
amalgamation was way stronger than that.
Yeah.
Amalgamation was like, shrug.
So, that's... it. You can tell that it doesn't necessarily fully succeed on all of them. But, like, on everybody that can see it. But it seems to give the other... the 2 that are by Shield Boy a bit of pause when they look at it.
They're
And they
like,
see,
"What?"
hey, there's this other one that appeared. So, maybe they'll go for that one and attack it too. Or maybe not, we'll see. But it has like this... kind of can you see the shadows is what we called it.
Like maybe out of the ground, it looks like there's a shadow, and then
Well, you can call
forming
it
from
something
the
different, but you
shadow
gotta tell me
comes
what.
a shield boy, and then it gets up with its shield. It's like
You have plenty of time.
storytelling. The
All right.
ginormous-
So, that is yours. Do you want to move or anything like that? Or do you want to stay on the seat?
I'm gonna move
Okay, where are you going to move to?
under the carriage.
Under
Under
the
the
carriage?
carriage?
You won't be able to see as well.
Oh, that's fine. I
Carriages
just
were like
see
this
everyone's
tall.
feet.
No, carriages
Okay.
were like this tall
Bites
because they're big wheels.
Yeah, but this isn't a grassland, remember? So she only has
The
that
grass
much
would only
view.
be like this.
Or is that like a
Not in a
tree?
grassland.
Is there
It's
like
like hayfield.
is it like a tree that nearby?
There's a tree, but they're not near you. They're off
You can
the
use your
edges where they came
teleport.
from.
You can use your teleport to move closer, and then you can use the grass and go. And then
So, that's you. Now it's now it's their turn. So, they've been having a tough time dealing with you guys so far. The one blind one has just kind of turned around and started running back the general way of where they came from.
And then they see his
The
eyes
others
black
are
and think
seeing
he's
this.
being mind controlled.
We're going to let them have a resolve roll to see about their morale. So number 1 on there, not good. Number 2.
Horrible.
Both of the ones over where Shield Boy is, they see that shadow, that shadowy figure kind of rise up from Shield Boy's shadow,
And then it gets up.
So Habiki cast that and made it look like a shadow form of Shield Boy came up and appeared.
So basically, Shadow Link, but a Shield Boy.
Well, she made it look like Shield Boy,
Okay.
so, or at least I assume she did. Or did she leave
You
it
made
looking
it
like
have
shadow?
color, right?
It was Shield Boy.
Okay, so it
Color.
looks like Shield Boy, all colored the same way and everything. And so she does that. They decide to start backing up too and leave. They start to move away. That's what they do with their turn.
Because they found a freaky cart, and on the other side cart, there's a giant monster.
Yeah.
And then there's a shadow person.
Now let's do the
inside
ones on your side.
Okay.
One decides to stay. One definitely decides to stay and sees through that illusion. He knows he understands that you're real, but he knows that
And
that's
then
other
he
things
sees
an
my
illusion.
head turn like an angle and looked at it.
Cats are supposed to be the one who saves the day at the first fight.
Okay, I don't know where you're getting that one.
She's getting it from
logic.
mice, right?
Alright,
She's getting it from us. Them saving the day from the mice, right?
so now we go to the. Now we go to you, Kaiser.
What shall I do? I do not know exactly.
So do you want to do the immobile bane
I
with
need
the
your-
web? Or do you want to do a bite attack or a claw attack?
I want
Those are both
my
there.
saw sword to come out of my hand, and then I want
Well, the claws of the creature actually do more damage than your sword does.
my. I mean, like, they do.
Yeah, they do.
What type of claws are those things? It's a
Like-
it's a saw blade.
It's a large-sized creature. It's got
or it's claws
claws.
like this,
Yeah.
long or something.
they're like
Oh.
they're like thin little daggers, stilettos on each of its fingers, or at least on the hands that are
My
humanoid.
saw blade stick out a little. Hear some more damage. Like you could
You
grab
won't do
it.
more damage. You got to see what you're doing first. So what do you want to do? Both of them are within movement and then striking range.
I want to intimidate them, so I want to look like a monster's charging at them.
Well, if you're going to do that, you would have to do your presence, which you don't have a lot of. You got a free presence earlier.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 19.
So
And spookermified them.
you're going to attack.
Do I have illusion? Do I have some sort of illusion? Or do I have...
You don't do illusion. You do actual changes.
I know, but do I have any
You got a
ability
D4.
to make them see? To make it... I don't want it super dark. I want it to be misty. So it's harder for them to see me, but not that hard.
You can try and do that, but you only have a D4 to help you in your influence.
Okay, never mind.
So
What do I have?
you have your alter. Like you could attack. That's the whole point of changing into creatures, is so you can do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So you change into
What's the amalgamation
the
speed?
abomination spider.
Amalgamation.
So you can do. You could use its abilities like claws, attacks, and
I would like the
immobilization web
I'd like
and
the
stuff.
spider web one.
You
with
can
my
do
poison
one
web.
thing at a time.
Ugh.
So poison them.
I want to
poison
charge.
web.
I want to look like a monster charging, and I want
To come
his.
up and
I
strike
want
them.
the bandit to see his friend getting the other one's face slapped off.
Okay, so
I want
you
to
want
look
to
like
go
a
up and
monster.
attack it then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want it
You
to
don't
look
want to
like a
charge
monster.
because that's a specific thing.
I want to attack the bandit. I don't the bow bandit. I want to attack the bow bandit.
Okay. The one that was already kind of freaked out.
Both
If
of them
you
were
do-
freaked out.
Right. If you do that, then the one,
Or wait, no,
Oh, I
even
got-
better. I'll do the one that's standing up, and
the
then
one that's closest to you is not the bow one.
at the standing up one, I want to kill him first, and if I can kill him on the first round, I want to charge and kill.
So you want to
Okay.
attack the one that's closest to you then.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what you can
So-
You know what I mean?
Do you want to do it with a quick strike or with a heavy strike? Either way, this creature has a higher might than it does agility, so you might want to do a heavy strike.
Yes, I want to do a heavy strike. I want to kind of run up or charge. not charge.
You want to come up quickly and
I
then
wanna come
slash
up quickly and kind of smash it.
Slam
Push him.
down.
Slam his head down into
Okay.
the ground.
So that would make him prone if
Like,
you're wanting to make him
I want
prone,
to
or are you wanting to
kill him.
actually do damage?
I want to kill him.
Then you go ahead and roll your might. Then that's
What's
going
the
to
might
do.
on this creature?
This creature's might, I think, was like a D20 plus a. I think it was a 2d6, if I remember right.
Is this the 6? Is this the 2d6?
That's a d6, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I need to reroll that one. That's a 15 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's right. That's only an 18.
It's 2 of those.
Oh, 2 of these. 18, 19, 20.
20. That is enough, and so
Does it kill him though?
not outright,
Does he
but it
bleed
does
to
a lot
death?
of damage. So as you try to slam him down, he doesn't go to the ground, but you can tell that you've done quite a bit of damage. Probably, he's looking pretty rough with that one hit that you did. So it goes, and you see that he kind of spits up some blood as he,
No, I mean.
and he doesn't. You can tell that you've put a gash across his forehead at the same time. So you definitely made a dent in him. And now it is...
Wait, wouldn't that cause severe brain damage and in turn give him a brain tumor and kill him?
Not necessarily. So, that's that. Now it is the bandits' turn.
Don't I have...
So,
Oh, never mind.
the bandits are going to do... the ones at Shield Boy are running. And you can see the ones up by Moon are starting to back up too. So now we're going to do... With them, it was the one you just hit. I'm gonna roll another d20 for him for his morale, because that was pretty heavy. He seems like he's really still wanting to stick into it. He doesn't want to give up. He's got like this really gruff appearance, strong, hard jaw.
Veteran.
It
Bandit
seems like
veteran.
he's been a bandit. Yeah, it seems like he's been a bandit a while. Or at least has had a tough lifestyle. So he's not backing down. He's going to go ahead and try to attack you.
What does he
So
do?
that's
Which part of me
that's
is he
a
trying...
16
Which
plus a
part?
6.
Seriously, dude, which part? Because there's a lizard here, part human
He's just
spider.
swinging at your body.
So, my chest,
So 24.
which is
That's
a lizard,
not... Yeah, your guard went up. So 24.
substantially.
He's done some damage to you. He didn't go up substantially. But he has done some damage to you.
What's the guard on it?
On the creature,
I thought it was like 15.
it wasn't. Even if it was 15, then he would have He would have met it to double. He would have met it
Well,
to
I
have
don't.
10.
I don't
should
know
say.
what it was, but I just remember it being hard to get past its guard.
Yeah, but you were also a level 1 character.
Is he, or is he a level 2 or 3?
You don't know. So that's going to mean you're going up to, what was it? I think 3. Yeah, that's about how much damage it was.
3 damage.
About. So the thing has like 20. It has like a. He got it'd be more than that, because he got that. It'd be closer
This creature
to 15.
has like 15 guard.
It'd be close to 5 damage to you. So now
Okay.
you have 15 total damage. You are not looking hot.
I know.
You got 18 health, and
Do I have
15 of it is
Can
consumed.
I use my? You said I could use multiple magic abilities with my one turn with that ability. Does that mean I can use? Can I use regeneration or healing on myself?
You do have regeneration.
Isn't
You can
that
cast
an
that-
over
you
time thing?
You can put that on yourself next turn. So you need to get used to doing more than one boon at a time. So whenever a battle starts, you need to get used to using both shapeshift and regeneration at the same time. Because you can do both at the same time. You can enact shapeshift like that, but you can spend your actual main action to do your regeneration.
Like it's just a creature lumbering over there, just watching with its speedy, tiny, bitty eyes.
So that's that. That was his turn. Now we'll do a morale roll for the other one because of that. Okay, so he's seeing all the stuff that goes on. He's watching the front, and he's like, "This raid ain't working." So
and he's
the bow guy. He leaves.
He's skedaddling.
He leaves.
That could cause trouble in the future, though.
You guys are down to one bandit, and we're back up to the top. So Shield Boy.
That could cause some trouble, though, because he could get other bandits.
Well, I don't know that they're going to want to attack you, this particular caravan again, knowing that it's got that type of creature connected with it. But
and if it knows that if they kill somebody on there, that creature's gonna be.
So, this means that it's Shield Boy's turn first. Shield Boy goes and he is. We'll say he uses his minor action to grab the bit of his spear, and starts to move around to see where you are.
What if Shield Boy took one of their... Oh wait, does he already have a spear?
Yeah, he grabs the hilt of his spear. It had stuck in the ground where he missed.
Oh.
So he grabs the hilt of his spear and then starts to truck it over to where you are.
Alright, he's already done?
He grabbed the spear, and so that's his minor action. He moves with his major action. With his movement action. And now his third action is his major action. And he's going to come around the edge, and he's going to see... He recognizes the creature. He understands you've used that form before, so he's not going to attack you.
Yeah.
So
I made him ride on my back as that creature.
So he's going to attack...
He probably remembers it quite vividly.
So he's going to attack the other guy.
Could I turn into the mad scientist?
I don't know why you'd want to. All of his abilities were mental, and you did not, because you didn't understand him enough to be able to use his abilities.
What were his abilities?
You don't know?
You do, and he should know, because he probably got abilities used on him.
That doesn't mean he instantly learns them.
I know, but what was it like? What type of one?
No. So Shield Boy crit fails. And so he, as he's coming around, he stops and he has to rebalance himself. And he actually jabs in and hurts himself with his.
Maybe falling down sprained his leg, and then he gets a shot of pain which tightens it. And he was holding his spear like this, and then he goes.
He kind of cuts himself a little bit with his spear, so he takes another point of damage.
He's like, "Oh no! Why did I do that to myself?"
Well, he doesn't look as bad as brother. So, now it is Habiki's turn.
I need your help, sister.
So,
I need you to cast blindness on that bandit.
I'm going to do what any other cat would.
Run.
I'm going to use my teleportation magic, teleport into the trees.
Kill that bow guy.
And then watch the rest of the battle.
We want to watch.
Oh, is that what you're
want the
going
bow
to do?
guy to get away so that he can tell other people.
Because
he can tell boss lords that we're strong, and then they come over and smack my face out of the distance.
Because when the battle's about over, that's when I flee, and then when a huge battle against like a main villain happens, then I appear.
Oh, is that how that works?
You're not much help.
So, are you going to go and teleport? Are you just teleporting your character into the tree, or are you going to do something?
Please blind the character.
I'm teleporting into the tree.
Please use
you have
your
to roll
powers.
your movement to get that far, I think.
Sister.
So it's a d20 and a d10.
I need your powers used on the guy that's right in front of me.
You can handle it. I'm a cat.
I have 3 health left. The bandit goes first, and I have 3 health left.
I can probably spawn you a potion.
I don't think you have that ability. What you gonna do?
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump up and then bite this guy's neck.
You're going to bite him or claw him or
I'm gonna
what?
bite him.
Okay, biting is with your might. You don't have any bonuses to your might. But clawing is with your agility.
You could do a
So you could do a
You could
claw.
do fury swipes.
Or you can just flavor your bite as a agility, agile little bite, nip at his throat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why not do the advantage?
All right.
thing
So you
and
can do
slap
that with your agility, I suppose. So that's a D20 and 2d6. 13. Okay. 4. 3. So 13, 4, and 3. 20. That is enough to hit him. So you don't do... Well, Addie had already done damage to him. So you do quite a bit of his remaining health in
because
damage.
maybe she hits.
So you do actually bring blood when you bite at him. Because Addie's already smacked him, and he's going like this, looking at Addie, and your Habiki cat sees an opening and goes right for his neck, and he gets it
His
right.
vein! His
And
blood
he throws you off, and your shadow hat kind of comes off when he does, but it's your shadow hat, so you kind of make it come back around your head. And he tosses you off of him.
Maybe the hat turns into and then it reappears on your head. And he's like, what in the world?
So, that happens. He's very hurt. But so are you.
Yes, I'm at 3 health.
So he sees how hard it is. She can't heal you. She doesn't have that ability.
She'd at least blinded him.
So, now, it is the bandit's turn. So the bandits come on. He's going to try and hit the creature in front of him. 6 and a 5 for 11. That does not hit.
Thank you, Lord.
Okay. So Kaisar, he misses Kaisar. He's going to back up a little bit slowly. He's not getting out of your range because he doesn't want an attack of opportunity, but he's kind of backing up.
Right here.
And so...
Or I want to stab him. I want to try and hit him through his chest with my claws.
Well, it is your turn. Is that what you want to do with this creature?
Would I need to do might or agility?
It would be might for this creature to do what you're talking about.
I mean, I want to jab.
Right. Be might. That's a D20
Can I
and
go
2d6.
at his neck?
It's a D20 and 2d6.
Okay. 20 and 26. That was a 2 and it doesn't count, thankfully.
It does not count.
I know.
6. 4. So 10. 11. So, 11. You slice at him, but unfortunately, no.
Like maybe
That does not hit him.
Maybe my beady little eyes got blood in them and I can't see it all.
You are kind of hurt. I mean, you don't look it because you change, but the creature you are is panting, kind of. You know, you're having to deal with that. So now it's Shield Boy's turn. So, Shield Boy is going
Why does its
to.
pants sound like?
So Shield Boy is going to basically just stride up behind the guy and use his shield to go smack into him. So he's going
To be fair, I
do a
wasn't
D8.
expecting the fight.
20 and a 1. So that was good. So 20 on this one. So 21 so far. And another 1. Okay, so that's fine. 21, 1. Or 22.
Excuse me.
22. That is not enough for a crit. Not enough for an overarching success. But it is enough to
Demolish his face?
to smack into him and do enough damage.
Maybe
So
he uses his
this
shield
guy,
to...
he's starting to back
Maybe
up.
he uses the side of his shield. Like Shield Boy, what in the fray of the battle goes behind and then he backs up. And Shield Boy uses the side of this thing and goes bash into his skull and then and then the skull pierces him, hurts his brain so much that he dies.
What happens is, as this guy's backing up, Shield Boy just kind of walks right up behind him, and Shield Boy's not tall really yet.
So
he's still a boy's size, but he's looking up slightly at him, and as he turns around and catches it in an eye, the guy sees him in his eye, in the corner of his eye, and he looks down, and it's smack with Shield Boy's shield, and it knocks him out. So,
Brad kind of feel sorry for that guy.
Yeah, he had a lot of stuff happen to him.
Combat done.
On the trip again, yay!
And if you want to find out what happens next time, and what the information you may get from this guy, or different things like that, stay tuned.
I don't think he'd be much help with a giant, with a hole in his head.
By the way, I retreat.
He was knocked out. I did not say he was killed.
Dude, that was the same
way,
side, Daddy, that I slapped
my
with my claws.
Into the trees.
And then
You can't teleport into the trees and do the thing you did with his neck.
No.
You teleport right beside him and use your air jump. Go.
I'm not supposed to be in the group.
Yes, you are.
Now.
You're in the group now.
All right. So, we hope you enjoyed and had a good time with us. We've got this. It's been about an hour and a half. So, next time we're going to try and keep these to about an hour. So,
no, never.
Down.
That's because your explaining's too long. Totally.
As always, have a great day.
God bless.
God bless and enjoy. Bye.
Sister.
Bye.
Bye.
This content was made possible by travelers and viewers like you. Thank you.
Bloopers!
Yeah, we'll put... Well, I guess we'll have some bloopers because we're talking now. But... Alright, y'all done.
Okay, Dwarf dice for the win, baby. Woo!